Release the Zack Snyder cut.
Fireside Chat.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. I'm Steve,
I'm Jesse,
and we want to be the very best.
that no one ever was.
To catch them,
Is in the tall grass.
I see what you did
I combined
there. That was
multiple
good.
things,
I
you
like
know what
that.
I mean?
So we're going to play Sword and
I'm
Shield.
here. It's me,
for this-
Red, Professor Oak. We're really excited.
Ow, yes.
You get it? Professor Oak, because you're so much older than me.
Oh, ew. That's messed up. We're going to play Pokemon Sword and Shield for this episode of Fireside Chat.
That's right.
We're going to explore the wilds.
The wilds.
Possibly do a raid.
Who knows?
Who knows until we find out. In 3, 2, 1.
Pokemon.
Segway! And just like that, another
What?
perfect
Look
transition
at that.
of magic. Here we are, Pokemon Sword and Shield. I see a
Okay.
man on the screen.
So this is Sword. This is my little character I've created myself. Go into a little menu for those who haven't played. Show you this is. So you have your... These are all the Pokemon I've gotten so far. This is my little main... I've gotten way more than this.
Reboot.
Oh, fun news. If you have Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, you talk to somebody in the beginning of the game, they give you a Pikachu and an Eevee.
No
Depending
way!
on the game you have, so I got both
Oh,
of them.
that's
'cause
so awesome.
I have both Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee.
That's so awesome.
Nerd! Let's see. There is your bag, your league card. You get that later on. I don't want to ruin the game for too much. Pokemon Camp is when you can spend time with your Pokemon, feed them, your little map, and save. And then your Pokedex, of course, which is like in every other Pokemon game. 33 caught, 42 seen.
See a Drifloon and a other guy.
Correct. So Steve wanted me to take it over, and this is you can dress your little digital guy up. This is how I chose to dress him up. This little baseball cap on.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. He looks the man. I put him on, put some Timbs on him. So anyway, this is the wild area that Steve wanted me to show you, and we're gonna go in and start out. So each area has a different.
Wait, you just entered it, and the first area, the first towns are only right there?
Yep.
That's not. Oh, well, it must spread out
It's
side to side.
huge. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
gigantic. So each area has a different weather, and each weather somehow can affect your Pokemon. So this is rainy and thundery. So
Oh, this spot will never be sunny. This particular spot right here.
Yes, always be rainy over here. As you can see, you can actually see the Pokemon in the tall grass this time,
Electric.
and you can avoid them.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
So no random encounters.
Yes, or when you see that, usually if something's hidden, they're a different kind of Pokemon or something a little alternate about them. So I'm gonna avoid these guys because they're annoying. There you go.
So there's no random encounters at all.
Like I said, you can be walking through and you'll see an exclamation mark come up and then
Okay.
everything like that. So these little wells over here, they give you two options. They can either give you some experience point or Watts points, which you can spend on different things, or they can give you what do they call it in this game? The giant battles?
Oh, well, there's Gigantamax and Dynamax. I don't know which is which. And then there's the
Dynamax,
raid
yeah.
battles. That's
Yes.
Dynamax and raid battles are the same thing, right?
And yep. In the wild areas, there's also Pokemon that are gonna be walking in between like that. They are way out of your I found something over here. Way out of your experience.
Well, how do you
zone.
know if they're out of your experience level?
So the big ones walking around are just and then when you click on them, they'll actually say, oh, let's see if I can sneak up on them. Good. They'll actually say way overpowered, blah blah blah.
Okay. So let's see you catch something.
All right, I definitely will. Let's caught everything so far, but let's see what we got here. Oh, look at these little adorable guys. Oh, you ran into me anyway.
Electric.
So I evolved my little Scorch Bunny into Rabots, as they call them. And I've caught this Pokemon obviously earlier, so I have all his little stats.
Right.
But we'll just do a fire charge on him to get him out of the way really quick. Boom. And then he's sleeping, and that's it. So, I don't know about anybody else, but I always run through the tall grass over and over in attempts to get my Pokemon leveled up. So this is what I was talking about. You can't see this one,
Oh, okay.
and there might be something special about him. He might be overly charged, or he has a candy, or
I see.
something on him like that.
Okay.
So let's see if I can attempt to catch him this time. We'll do a weaker attack on him. Not
Wow,
that weak.
really?
I might have leveled up too much.
Yeah. You have any lower Pokemon you use like that? Nuzzly or something with a
I
Corphish?
could. So, well, let me show you what I was talking about in the other area. So anyway, let's go to...
Whoa.
So here we go. I'm going to attempt a battle with him. You encountered a very strong looking...
Kangoro, or whatever that was pronounced.
My character, so he's already at level 32.
Okay.
And I'm technically way higher than I should be at a 26. By this point, my Pokemon shouldn't even be evolved.
Right.
Like I said, I just sit in the tall grass and grinding to get him. But as you can see, he's an overpowered character. And you can't even catch them yet.
Oh, it won't let you catch them.
Yeah, you have to have the gym badges in order to do.
Okay.
So you see, I literally did nothing. And his attack almost killed me. So we're going to go ahead and run from
Okay,
him.
that's cool.
I got way safety. So, isn't that fun? So the ones you see walking around, try to avoid them at all costs until we get to a certain level. So
you'll never find something like that in the grass then?
No, those overpowered ones. So there's
Okay.
there's Onyxes walking around.
So what does that well do again?
We're gonna do that next. I just want to go over and get my Pokemon all healed up.
Oh,
real
okay.
quick. And it's actually really fun in the wild grass area. The woman that's in front of the train, she'll actually heal your Pokemon. No issue. You just gotta come up and talk to her. So you don't have to run back to a Pokemon Center or anything when you're in the wild area. I really like it. So. Kind of looks like your wife a little bit, doesn't it?
The wrong nose. But I do get it because the whole farmer layout, loadout.
Mhm.
Yeah. The farmer loadout. Wow, I don't play video games.
So she went ahead. She went ahead and healed my Pokemon. So like I said,
I'm just embarrassed myself.
we're gonna run past this and we're gonna go into the next area. You'll see where the weather changes, but I'll show you the well and see if we can get us into actual MX battle, which are really fun.
Okay. So, okay, well, I'll ask you in a minute, I guess.
So this one does, it has it. So I'm gonna.
So there's a lot of wells. So those things are all over the place. Then.
Yep. So I'm gonna go ahead and join this. We're not gonna go ahead and type a friend in right now. We're gonna play with the NPCs on here.
But you can play with random people from the internet, though, right?
I'm not sure. I haven't tried it yet.
Oh.
Ooh! Oh, terrifying.
Well, it's an Incada, which should be really easy, but maybe it's harder because he's so big.
Yes. So you have different options here. You're gonna see. He's gonna power up like a Power Ranger. So you can actually go right over to this and automatically move yours, and then you're going to focus on one attack you want to do. So I'm going to do the max flare I can do. And as you can see, my character is level 26 with a 77 MP. Watch what happens when I make him big. So I'm going to morph, become the Red Ranger.
You're gonna morph.
So I turn him gigantic as well.
Wow. So do they give you any storyline stuff about why this is happening?
Yes, they do. I just don't want to ruin it for
Okay.
everybody. I feel like it's actually not a bad idea.
Now, since I know only one person can dynamax at a time. So since you're playing with the NPCs, do you always have the option?
Yeah, absolutely.
So otherwise, it wouldn't
Would we,
necessarily.
would we ever got to it first?
Right.
The fun thing about this, though, is now that he's defeated, the game gives you an option, if you want to catch him. And I think the catching animation for it is amazing.
Is it a guaranteed catch?
I haven't failed yet, but
Okay.
it still does the
Right.
so I don't. We'll find out now. Giant Pokeball catch.
Huh. Dude, that's sick.
And fill the controller.
Oh wow.
Isn't that fun?
That's cool.
And it's got
How funny would it have been if you're like, I haven't failed yet, and you failed.
Your first time.
That's cool. That feels very epic.
The problem is you don't get any experience points for this, but you do get a bunch of.
Well, the XP candies are
Yeah.
nice.
So
What does the Dynamax candy do?
So that will only extend your Pokemon's health or level when he's in. I can't say Dynamax. Dynamax. I want to keep saying Cinemax. It's completely
It's definitely
different.
not that. Yeah.
So I'm gonna send him to the box.
And you can access your Pokemon from anywhere now, right?
No, they took that away.
Wait, what?
You have to get back to a Poke Center if you want to pull them out of the box.
No, that's not right.
I'm telling you.
No, people have been talking about how convenient it is that you don't have to go back to a Pokemon Center to change Pokemon.
Maybe I haven't unlocked it yet then. Which is a big possibility.
Huh.
Each area, by the way, is different levels on what you should attempt to do. So this is all my appropriate level. That's why I was one-shotting everything.
Is there a way you can tell as you wander, or you just have to figure it out?
You'll see the Pokemon drastically change.
Like the species, or like the way they look?
The species, the levels, everything like that. So
Okay.
we switched over to the snow area. Now you see the Pokemon actually changed into tall grass.
Right, different species.
Yeah.
Right, of course. But that doesn't necessarily tell me if they're any harder or not.
Yeah, but I'll enter a battle with one so you can see that it's automatically at a higher level now. So what was it? 5 for the
Something like that.
Yep.
Okay,
He's at
so
14. You know.
But their levels don't get don't like if you become level 50, for example, and you come back here, it'll still be level 14.
14, correct.
Right, okay.
Oh, put him to sleep.
Yeah, I would have already downloaded this, but I've been playing through Star Wars, so maybe I'll pick it up this week and get started because I don't want to fall too far behind everybody.
Star Wars?
Oh my gosh,
Never
that game is
heard
so
of it.
good, man. Yeah, we didn't just have a huge argument about it.
Star Wars. So you can hit up the wells again. Some of them don't provide. Some of them just literally give you just give you actual experience points. Some of them give you an option to do another.
So you don't know who that is because it was black, right?
Right.
Okay. So even if will it show up as black every time? What if you've caught it before?
Show up black every
Oh,
time.
okay. So it's always a surprise unless you know what the shadow looks like.
Each one you pick up though is one of the ones you can actually Dynamax and make them huge.
Okay.
You can go and poke one. Here's another. There we go. Change the weather again. Every time you pick up a new element that you haven't had before, it explains it to you this way. So these are all high level Pokemon. So anyone you join here, you can't even catch.
But there's nothing that expressly tells you that. You just have to go into a combat with one of them and see that he's high.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you did walk in the beginning, it did explain to you that these Pokemon were some of them were going to be too high for you to catch.
Okay.
And to run away. But it kind of just told you to explore the area. So I was telling you beforehand, I really do mean this. This is one of the first Pokemon games I played where kid gloves are off. They're enjoy, have fun. You know.
You can skip the tutorial basically.
Yeah, you can. Every tutorial's skippable, and like I was telling him, now we're back to this area again.
So, but there's more to the wilds than just that than what we just saw, though, right?
Yeah, it goes all the way
So
back.
all the way back there, right? Okay.
But not bad.
So if I'm playing with my son right next to me,
Mm-hmm.
and you go to one of those wells, and there's a raid on it,
Oh, sheesh.
and there's a raid on it. If he goes to he'd have to go to the exact same raid at the exact same time on his Switch to go in together.
I'm curious. I don't know.
You're not sure, okay?
Like I said,
Or can I just like send an invite?
I haven't played this much besides
Purloin or no? Yeah, Purloin. Is that what that is?
about to find out. Just don't attack me.
Oh, Liepard. Oh, Purloin maybe is the unevolved one. I forget.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
I'll even show you when you attempt to catch them. So I'm technically, she's not a level I could absolutely defeat, but you got to use a Pokemon. It won't let
Wait,
you.
you can't. What did it say?
Its guard is not down. It won't let you use a Pokemon.
And that's because you don't have the badge. Okay.
So I'm just gonna run away from this one if it lets me. And there it is. Who is this chick? 2 big pearls. All right.
Her loadout is a fisherman. Where'd she go?
She disappeared on me. What in this?
That's a stunky.
Apparently.
That's what it's called, a stunky.
Is it really? Stinky? Skunk? I see what you did there. That's cute.
Well, I didn't do that. I just called it what it is.
I'm just saying it's adorable. So, anybody know?
That's not a new Pokemon. That's like Gen 5, I think.
Is it really?
It's in Pokemon Go, so I have a bunch of them in Pokemon Go. They're only on Gen 5.
Mm.
But I think it's actually no, I think it's Gen 4 actually.
So it looks like this area is another one where there's
Oh, what level is he?
28
okay.
are very fightable, but he won't let you. You can't catch him. So this looks like there's another area which is just high level Pokemon.
What is on that well? Is that a raid? No.
No, but we got 50 watts for it. So it's not bad. Like I said, this I've heard a lot of people. Whoa. Heard a lot of people. It is really cool to see them actually interacting and moving this Pokemon.
Bronzor.
We got a couple gas.
I just caught a shiny Bronzor in Pokemon Go yesterday.
It is really neat place, and I've heard a lot of people complaining because they've taken a lot of stuff out of this.
Like what?
The amount of Pokemon, the Pokedex, of course.
Oh, well, okay. We're not getting into that conversation. The hashtag Dexit thing, we're not doing that. Okay, so besides the obvious, what else?
I can honestly say it's pretty solid. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Machop.
Backseat game. Alright. This is my favorite fun thing to do. Before even battling, let's just see if I can get lucky.
Oh, I thought you were going to have him.
We all thought it for a second. Oh, he just went Super Saiyan. Alright.
There's no way Quick Attack's gonna one-shot this dude.
And we're good.
I want to see you catch something.
I want to see me catch something too.
One more hit and bag him up, baby. Yeah,
Oh, he's ready. He's there.
You got him, man.
Look at him. His little face of life is over. Here goes your freedom. I was trying to catch.
Ooh. Wow.
He gave up real quick.
Yes, he did.
He said, "You know what? I'm good. Thank you." So.
Oh, why did I think I read that all your Pokemon don't get XP unless you bring them out? Maybe I must have misread that. Obviously, that's not the case.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't have one of these before.
Nope. I never nickname my Pokemon, by the way.
Neither do I. I don't like it.
I'm very I watch the Pokemon anime. Ash never nicknamed any of them. That's how I go. Talking about that, Ash is finally a Pokemon champion,
I
huh?
know.
How do we feel about this?
It's very exciting.
It is very nice. Let's see if we can catch him.
Ooh, that's a solid yes. You got him. Vulpix showed you her butt.
That's right. And my defense fell. Something on my mind. So, if you notice, my character is dressed a little different. First thing I did was dress up my little digital guy. I cannot. I have to make mine unique. And
Sure.
I changed everything about him immediately.
So I'm assuming I think I saw in the feature list or whatever. There's all kinds of different like style shops you can visit in different towns. There. So you have like a default like 10 things you can probably pick from or whatever.
Yep. So in the beginning, it lets you create the male, female, and then complexion of your character, and that's it. You get in this outfit, you meet your rival, and then I immediately went to the first Poke Shop, and then I saw my options for clothes, and I bought a bunch, and I changed my hat up.
What's that on the left? Where it says sword, and then what's the other thing on the bottom?
Oh, it's letting me know what I caught, and then my little online profile right here. So I got my little picture. That's the picture I picked of my little card, and If I'm playing with friends, connecting in the local community, that would pop up like Steve's playing or whatever you name your character. So I'm assuming you're naming Buttface.
Right.
Buttface, you know, call it an Onyx,
course.
something like that. So.
Oh, Sword, because that's your guy's name.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Also, internet, I always name my Pokemon character after. Oh.
Oh, there you go. Get him a choke.
Yeah, there's no way I can catch him. I guarantee he's one of the high level. Look at him. Look at him. I mean, he seems nice. Hey, buddy. Oh, hey. Hey. How you doing? Okay. Oh, no. I'll leave. I'll leave. Apologies.
Get back here.
So these guys are girls are through the wild. You can sell them the watch you get from the wells. They give you stuff, so here I got a candy for it.
Cool. So the wild, this is the only area that you can do the whole Dynamax thing and...
Yeah, so apparently it's big in the gyms, and like I said, I haven't done a gym yet, and I know it came out Friday. I'm a busy man. I haven't got to play much.
I haven't played it at all yet, so this is my first experience seeing it.
I know.
Other than the trailers and stuff.
I'm very surprised. I heard a lot of people complaining about the way the game looks, and I think it's a gorgeous game.
I was gonna say, I mean, it looks better. Clearly, looks better than Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee.
I agree with that.
But I mean, I don't want to get into a whole thing where we argue about that. Not that we would argue because we're going to be in agreement, but you know, people can have their own opinions about the looks or whatever. But I mean,
you ready to make the internet angry at one time? Every one of my candies? I'll go into the same guy.
Wow. Well, hey, you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
It's what I do. It's what I do.
I'm not, you know, if as long as the game looks, you know, as long as it looks fine, that's fine with me. I mean, who cares? But you know, everybody will have their own opinion. And I mean, Star Wars is one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen in my entire life. So I mean, I can understand the eye candy, because you know, the prettier the better, obviously.
So
But I mean,
I'm having a lot of fun with
it.
it. I've seen a lot of people comparing this to Breath of the Wild, and I'm like, it's not the same game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is a much more filled environment. You know, like there's constant Pokemon everywhere. Oh, what do we got here? Ready?
Why don't you try? Why don't you see what happens when you do it online, or did you not want to?
Online?
Well, like if you invite others, maybe bring in some people.
Well,
from,
let's see
from
what
outside, yeah. Because you haven't done this yet, right?
Nope. I couldn't imagine my Switch connecting to your internet though.
I got hardwired Ethernet, baby. You're on there. As soon as you drop it on the dock, you're on there, baby.
We see that this one's a fairy type. I'm curious.
Oh yeah, look at that. This is exciting.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and quit.
But you're not gonna get to see all the fun. Give it 10 seconds, and you're gonna have an awesome team. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blood out! Alright, why don't you go ahead and quit? When you're in one of these...
What's that? What?
Okay, I was going to say what just happened. When you're in one of these, you can only bring one Pokemon in?
Yes, you only bring one, and it's your...
So if he gets fainted, you're beat.
That's it, yep.
So you just have to rely on your team to win?
Huh?
You just have to rely on
your team to win.
Okay.
Or, what happened to me earlier, funny enough, I wasn't paying attention. I caught a Pokemon, and what in the world? Was cotton candy?
It's Swirlix!
What happened to me earlier was I wasn't paying attention. I, by mistake, switched out my Pokemon for a low-level one I caught, and switched out my, at the time it was Scorch Bunny, didn't even notice. So I went to do one of these, and I had this low-level Pokemon, and I literally had to rely on the team to beat him.
Oh, wow.
Very terrifying.
Oof. Oof.
What do we do? Well, let's show you guys Max Flare. Blow this man up. So, Eevee and Pikachu are both able to Dynamax right away as well.
Okay.
I haven't used them yet, just because I've been using my boy here.
Right. I mean, this is very pretty. I mean, this looks really good. Again, I know I just said I don't want to get into a whole thing about that, but I mean, look at the the clouds and stuff. It's cool looking. Most of the animations that I've seen so far are cool. That's cool.
I do like it. Not only that, I like a lot of the way the moves look.
Somebody's got a Magikarp.
Look at that
With
damage.
Hydro Pump,
That's
apparently.
right. Boom. That Magikarp's gonna shave us all. You're gonna just see.
It's got potential.
So, what was if you used every one of your splash? What was the move you're allowed to do with Magikarp?
Oh, I have no idea.
I can't remember. I haven't met the guy that sells me the Magikarp in this game yet, though.
Oh, I'm sure he's around.
Do you buy him usually?
Yeah, always,
Yeah,
always. Yeah, I don't think I have ever not. I like that wristband thing.
I do too. As odd as it seems, I really want to purchase one, so I hope they make a real life counterpart for it, like they did the crystals for Sun and Moon.
Right.
I couldn't get it on my wrist though.
Fair enough.
Like Pokemon's meant for children or
I
something.
know. Got him. Well done.
Thank you, sir. That felt good.
You got yourself a Swirlix.
I did.
All right.
And
Well,
what's nice is this is really boosting up my Pokedex here.
there you go. Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point. Well, I think that's about it. You want to send this baby to the outro?
I do.
All you, bud.
Now I got nothing.
Okay, fair enough. So, that is the Wilds area of Pokemon Sword and Shield. Let us take it to the outro with another snap. Ready?
Take it to the vine.
3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Well,
Pokemon.
gotta catch 'em all. That was Sword and Shield.
That's right.
We should turn this into a singing and dancing channel.
That's musical.
Yeah, watch this. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good, right?
That's not bad. Check this out. Call this the shopping cart.
Wow.
Mmm.
Look at us. We're like professionals.
Boom.
Oh.
Don't want it. Put it back. Oh.
That's
That's
good.
pretty good.
Okay. So what were we talking about? Pokemon Sword and Shield. We just played it.
Pokemon.
That was pretty cool. I mean,
Pokemon. You ever know people that pronounce it with the O? It drives me. It's Pokemon. The O is silent. But when people are like Pokemon,
what about Poke-E-Man?
or Poke, the
Right.
E. The E
Right.
is what's silent.
Yeah,
Excuse me, the O.
Poke-E-Man.
Pokemon.
Kind of makes my
Pokemon.
skin crawl a little bit.
So for an example, anybody knows if you guys seen I have a Pokemon tattoo?
That might have been out of frame.
Was it? Can you see? I don't know how to hold my arm, but
There you go. There it is.
there you go.
Woo!
But people will come up to me and they'll go, "Is that a Pokemon tattoo?" And I'm like, "It's Pokemon. The E is silent.
No, it's not a Pokemon tattoo.
It's not a Pokemon. It's Pokemon." So here's the other problem. I don't play Go. You do, and like people automatically see the tattoo and assume I play Go. I'm like, I don't.
Right. You should start playing. They got a lot of cool features now.
Do they?
Battling, trading, all kinds of stuff. Raids,
Yeah. No.
Team Rocket.
Team Rocket.
Yeah, you can battle
Jesse
Team Rocket
and
now.
James.
Not those guys, but you can battle like the bosses that they I think they invented them anyway. And then you can also battle the actual boss. What's his name?
Giovanni.
Yeah, Giovanni. Yeah.
Team
Cool.
Rocket blasts off at the speed of light.
By the way, this is supposed to be about the Pokemon game we were just playing.
Pokemon has so many years
We're going to go
of
off on a
those that
tangent.
we can just go on and on about it. But
That's
this is
true.
about Pokemon Sword and Shield. I like it. I think it's fun.
It does look very fun. I'm
I
going
think
to be
it
picking it up
deserves
this week.
the 9s and 10s it's getting. I think it's a typical Nintendo game. It's fantastic. I have no problem with it. I
Cool.
still want to catch them all.
And we shall. Or you shall, and I will probably.
CG Pokeball.
You really just made this video that much more difficult for me. Thanks. And on that note, this has been the Adventurers Guild. I'm Steve.
I'm Jesse.
And this has been Fireside Chat with Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Oh, God, I'm going. I'm going. Oh, no, they're...
Ah!